Working with young children can be an exciting professional career path. How do you know if it's the right fit? What draws people into the professional field of working with children? For many, there's a passion and love for children, as well as a deep understanding that there is more to the picture.
To me, it's getting to be with the young children and having an influence on their lives, a positive influence. I think it's one of the most important jobs you can do, and it's one of the most fulfilling jobs. Just getting to be around their wonderment and their sense of awe, and no day is the same. It's always different, and you never know what you're going to get. That you really have to love this job. It's not something that you can just come to work and go home. It's something that you have to be passionate about, that you think about, and that you care about.
I remember my kindergarten teacher. I always tell people that. I still remember my kindergarten teacher. So I think that plays a lot in early child care for me. I remember her name. I remember how she looked. I remember her teaching me how to tie my shoe. So I remember her, and she was important to me. So I think that may be the beginning of my child care experience, probably why. Because if I'm 32 and I remember all those things that she taught me and how sweet she was and her talking to me, I think that plays a part in, why I think that they're so important. Because I felt important when I talked to her. And that was when I was 5, 4, 32. So I think that's amazing.
If you're thinking about a career in early care and education, there are some important things to think about, such as, what are some of the qualities and expectations that early childhood programs and centers look for in their staff?
Some of the most important qualities, I think, in an early childhood educator, first of all, would be a love of children, but also a love for educating children. Lots of people love children, but they also need to care for them the proper way, have good ideas, get on their level, all those sorts of things.
First of all, I always look to see that they have the educational background and knowledge of child development. But more importantly even than that is that they love being with children. And by being with children, I mean not just being around children, but actually getting down with them, that they love to observe children, find out how children are thinking, find out how they best learn, and just have fun with them. I also look for someone who can be creative, someone that can think out of the box and take an activity and expand it so that it can meet the needs of all the children that they're teaching. And someone who can be flexible, because in this field we have to be flexible. Often things happen that we don't have in our plans that we just have to work around, and sometimes there's something that occurs that is a teachable moment and we just need to go with that, and so I look for someone who can take advantage of those times as well. Also, I look for someone who is a team player, someone who can work well with others and can listen to others' ideas and be tolerant of other ways of doing things than their own.
My dad says some of them come with candy, but he would rather have pancakes with me. But that's not what makes him.
Professional development is an important aspect in becoming an informed and prepared early childhood professional. The field of early education needs strong professionals who are willing to expand their knowledge and who are willing to explore the many options for supporting children's development and learning.
Oh, that's so important. Professional dress, professional demeanor, being a professional, showing up for work on time, putting in your days, that's essential. Professional in being trained appropriately, understanding that training is essential. Professional, keeping your cool even when you're annoyed with a parent who's come in the door that morning and not in a very good mood. Very important to, we are professionals. We are doing something extremely important, and it really is essential for the staff to recognize that they are professionals, that they're not just babysitters, that they are doing a very important role.
And I try to pick something every year that we're going to focus our professional development on. So the staff is not only going to classes to meet the regulations, but we're also working as a team to delve into a topic a little bit farther so that we have a better understanding of how it relates to young children and how we can bring it to them.
Building relationships with children, parents, and coworkers is an important part of becoming an effective early childhood professional. Fostering positive relationships supports a strong community.
We expect them to get to know the children first of all, get that comfort level, get down on the floor with them, ask them questions, and also get to know the families because you're dealing with them directly and talking with them. And then also to get to know their teaching teams and get that good relationship going with their co-teachers as well.
These families are trusting us with their most precious commodity, their children. If you have a relationship with these parents, they're far more likely to trust you and know that you care about them and their children. You know, asking them how was their day, how was their weekend or the night before. And when you know a family, you know a lot more about the child as well, and you can respond to their needs much more appropriately.
You know, be open-minded. You know, learn, try to take everything in this. Sometimes in this field, it's so much that you have to learn. And when learning, sometimes you have to be corrected a lot. But people can be sensitive, so I just think that, I just be open-minded and be open to, people teaching you.
You don't have to start in this field as somebody who knows everything. You have to be willing to learn. You have to understand that there are experts in the field and that you need to strive towards expertise and excellence.
So, if becoming an early childhood professional is something you really want to do, take time to think and reflect. To help bring you closer to making a decision, revisit the ideas mentioned by these experienced early childhood professionals. And think.